Hello, superstar traders. It's good to have you back again. My name is 𝗦𝗛𝗔𝗥𝗘, General Manager, EQ Markets Global, and I'm super delighted to share a couple of minutes with you. It's been an amazing week, right? And I've been sharing my trade setups with you guys, although not all of them I've been sharing with you, but it's super amazing because the last trade setup that I shared with you, which is the second free trade I gave this week on Euro AUD, actually fetched me over $400. Right? I don't know how much it fetched you, but it fetched me over $400 at CP1. And of course, you know, guys, I told you guys that immediately we hit CP1, we should either go break even or partial close that trade. You can see that here. This is the last screenshot I made. Sorry about that. This is the last screenshot I made. And of course, this was closing over 400 US dollars. Right? You can see all the steps, all the way that I've been giving you guys premium tips here. Okay, you can see the free signals, the free signal that was dropped on Euro AUD. Not only that, I think earlier this week as well, I dropped a free signal on AUDCHF. All right, you can see that free signal. I think that was September 11th. I dropped free signal on AUDCHF, and those of you who followed through as well made so much money for yourself. All right, for me, I took a single trade on AUDCHF and I closed on over $400 as well. As you can see, this was the last chart after we hit TP2 on AUDCHF, and of course, this was the trade result, $425. All right, so congratulations to every one of you. But this video is actually a follow-up video for those of you that want to know what is going to happen next on AUDCHF and also on Euro AUD. Okay, so I would be sharing that with you in just some couple of minutes from now. All right, so I'm going to be starting with AUDCHF since AUDCHF is the first trade that we took together. Okay, so yep. So this is the chart on AUDCHF, and this is actually on the daily time frame. So yeah, some people were saying, "Oh, okay, look, what's happening on AUDCHF is actually going on drawdown." Yes, this is actually but a retracement. So let me just quickly show you this. Okay, first let me show you the long time frame move on AUDCHF. Then, so you better understand, you have a better understanding of why I'm actually taking the trades the way I do take them. Okay. So on the monthly time frame on AUDCHF, if you look closely on the monthly time frame, guys, what you can see here is an overall bearish movement, okay? And price had tested this area one, tested this other area the second time, right? And then apparently rejected. But look carefully here. You find out that price had been respecting a trend line channel, okay? Price had been respecting that trend line channel. Okay, so what do I do? All right, I basically follow the channel as it is. All right, and of course, in that month of August, yeah, in that month of August, which is last month, we had price coming back to retest the lower part of that channel. Now, what is really amazing is the fact that price had only tested that place one more time. That was March 2020. All right. So this is more like a strong demand level. Okay. This is more like a strong demand level. And price had tested this place two times. So of course we were expecting that massive rejection to happen. Okay. So in the month of August, I stayed away from trading. So I did not even know what happened. I did not look at the chart and I did not trade, guys. Okay, so because early in August I lost some money, so I decided to just go off the market. Yeah, professional traders too do lose money. Don't don't blame me, guys. Okay, so let's come back here. So we had that heavy rejection. So I knew for certain that look, with the rejection, monthly rejection candle in August, AUDCHF is actually going upward. All right. So let's scale down to the weekly time frame, and I'm going to tell you why I took that buy position and why I'm even expecting that it's going to come all the way to this point here. This is a 1:13 RR. All right. So if you guys can stay through, right, like me, I'm going to take another trade on it. All right. So looking at it on the trend line channel that we were looking at, this is it. This is how it looks like on the weekly time frame. Price moving up and down and all. Yeah. And then rejecting from this place. And then it begins to make a little sense. Yes. There was a heavy rejection, then price retraced back a bit. We're expecting that bullish push. Please stay with me, just stay with me so I could show you all of these stuff. Okay. So yes, So on the daily time frame now, we're fully back on the daily time frame. So you now know why I was considering a buy, right? So because of this heavy rejection and all. Yeah. So basically I use my Fibonacci retracement tool and I try to know the depth of retracement. So even though these did not get to 50 or at least 61.8, but it came down to 38.2, which is also a fairly good area to consider reversals when you're looking at the Fibonacci reversal levels. Okay, so this went down to at least 38.2 to between 50. And of course, this particular area became our psychological level. We would call it, okay, psychological level, right, to consider for a buy. And then, of course, what then happens? So remember, for me, I always find confirmation using the commodity channel index. So if you don't know how to use the commodity channel index, I'm going to be leaving a video. I'm going to be leaving a link in the description of this video, right? Just go look for it. It's still on this YouTube channel, right? But I'll be getting the link of that video and I'll be leaving it for you in the description of this video so that you can go watch it and learn how I use my commodity channel index. Okay, so on my commodity channel index, there is a bullish confirmation, but as at the time I gave this trade, there was no bullish confirmation on the daily time frame, but there was only a bullish confirmation on the 4-hourly time frame. Okay, so what did I see on the 4-hourly time frame? I came and I saw this bullish confirmation already happened by this candle, right? By this candle here. So let me quickly show you that. Right. So it was by this candle here, I saw the bullish confirmation. So it was the beginning of this candle, this second candle here, this particular one here. It was by the beginning of this candle that I requested that we go in for a buy. All right. This particular candle here. Oh my goodness. So sorry guys. I'm trying to get or I think it's going to be on, yeah, it's actually on the Zoom app here. So it was by this candle here that I gave that buy signal, all right? And immediately I gave that buy signal, CPI happened, and then we ran on drawdown. Some people private chatted me asking me, Coach, are we still holding this trade or are we leaving? And I said I was holding my trade. So it actually gave some people a lot of confidence to go back into the market, you know. So yes, guys, so yeah, I gave that buy confirmation simply because of two reasons. All right. So this is the reasons. Please do not forget. That's the essence why you should save this video and watch it again. Okay. So one reason why I give that buy confirmation was because I saw one reason why I give that buy trade rather was because I saw a buy confirmation on the 4-hourly time frame, and everything looked as though it was going to really buy. One, prices falling down to a key psychological level, which is the Fibonacci level at 38.2 to 50% level, right? And then me having confirmation on that level on the 4-hourly time frame. CCI confirmation on the 4-hourly time frame on that Fibonacci confirmation, Fibonacci reversal level. So that was number one. Number two reason why I still went in for a buy was because I noticed keenly that this particular area here was a liquidity level, right? There were a lot of money that were resting here, a lot of people that would have taken buy positions and have their stop loss below here. And then, of course, that liquidity was swept, right? There was a sweep of liquidity at that level, and all the stop losses were hit, and people would probably be complaining. So when I knew that liquidity had been purged or liquidity had been swept, I knew that it was right time to go back into the market, right? Remember, there is this popular saying by SMC traders that if you can't find the liquidity, you will be the liquidity, right? So for me not to be the liquidity, I found the liquidity there. So that was what boosted my confidence, the second reason. So I just did not want to even see whatever is going to happen. And then I took the trade by the beginning of this candle. Yeah, you can see that, right? By the beginning of this candle, that was where I took the trade. So everything is still intact, right? I haven't changed any of the parameters that I gave you. The stop loss is still at 0.55942 and all that. Yeah. Okay. So we bought, and of course, we eat take profit one, and I think apparently take profit two, and then I told you guys that I'm off the market. Okay, so I was actually looking for a new entry into the market, and this is how we can get the new entry into the market. And this is the follow-up for the AUD share. For those of you that are asking me, because I know most of you come to my DM and you were asking how were you able to spot that trade. So I've given you two reasons why I took that buy trade. That's basically to help you understand why I took that trade. Now, the next thing I'm doing now is follow-up analysis on AUDCHF. All right. So this video is very important for you to watch so that you can know what happens next on AUDCHF next week. Okay. So basically, right, what this impulsive move did, if you look very well, this is an impulsive move because all the candles are quite large and very big. Yeah. So it's a big impulsive move. And remember that I basically operate with this concept called ICC, right? ICC simply means impulsive, corrective, and continuation. Impulsive, corrective, and what? Continuation. Impulsive, corrective, and continuation, right? So what that simply means is that when okay, sorry. Oh my goodness. Oh guys. All right, so guys, so sorry. I think I need to go for more trading view classes or tutorials. But pardon me, guys. All right. So impulsive, corrective, and what? Continuation. So whenever we have that impulsive move, the impulsive move after the sweep of liquidity, that's when you consider impulsive move. All right. After sweep of liquidity. You don't go consider ICC when you have not seen liquidity being purged. It doesn't work that way, right? Liquidity must have been purged, maybe a buy side liquidity or a sell side liquidity. Both of them, whichever direction you're considering, must have been purged. Then you apply the ICC concept. Okay, so the first thing is the impulsive move. Now, I've always said in several of my videos that the impulsive move should be big enough, all right, to cause a change of character. It should be big enough to cause a change of character. And then we have a corrective move, and then the market will then continue. Now, let's look. Did this impulsive move cause a change of character? Yes. So before the sweep of liquidity, this was the highest point, right? This was the highest swing high before the liquidity here was purged. And so this was a very decisive level. It would have been more like a break of structure, right? So this was still maintaining the structure, lower high, lower high, lower high. So this was the last lower high before this liquidity was swept. And then what happened? The DNA of the structure began to change because now we have higher high, no longer lower high. So we all now begin to understand that, oh, look, something is going to really happen in this market because it was supposed to be lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, if the market really means to continue in a bearish movement, right? But then after sweeping liquidity, it began to form higher high. So what does this tell you? It tells you that most likely the structure of the market is changing. And so we are saying that this impulsive move should cause that change of character, right? Which eventually it did. And here we have the change of character. So what do we expect next? We expect a retracement, more like a corrective move before market pulling back up. And how do we find the area to get that corrective move? All right, I still apply my Fibonacci retracement level. All right, so I still apply my Fibonacci retracement tool. Don't forget, it's one of the easiest you can actually use to find the depth of retracement. Okay, any day, anytime. All right, so long you want to find the depth of retracement, the Fib is the best tool for it. All right, so I'm considering prices retracing, at least tapping into 61.8. All right, at least prices tapping into 61.8, somewhere around there, and that's this area that I have marked out. So let me take out this Fibonacci retracement tool. So basically, I'm expecting that, look, prices is still going to fall, right? Most likely, prices is still going to fall, most likely, tap into this zone before going back up, right? So that's the next move for AUDCHF, in my own opinion. So also to back this up, I see funny play around the momentum. So I'm watching the momentum using the commodity channel index. And what I find is that, look, there is still a little sell potential because if these were supposed to go back up, right, on a 4-hourly time frame, I want to see the commodity channel index falling below the zero line, all right, into this other place and giving a buy confirmation again. There's no buy confirmation, so this could just be a funny bullish play on AUDCHF. Don't get trapped, don't get caught into it and lose your money. So allow prices to fall back into this level, and that would most likely happen on Monday, right? Most likely that will happen on Monday, right? So you keep an eye on AUDCHF. If the prices fall down to 0.56527 or around that level, all right, get a confirmation, go back in for a buy and ride this trend. Okay, ride this trend, guys. There is so much money to still make on AUDCHF. All right, I hope that makes so much sense. All right, in the next few couple of minutes, I'm going to also show you why I took the trade on Euro AUD and also make the follow-up analysis for Euro AUD. Okay, so don't forget, on Euro AUD we already hit take profit one, right? For those of you I gave the take profit one, you can check the Telegram channel. All right, I'm also leaving the Telegram channel link for you in the description. So for those of you who are not on our channel, you can also go join the channel. Okay, so Euro AUD, why I took buy position on Euro AUD, right? You know, I'm always telling stories, so please pardon me, okay? So this is the reason why I took buy position on Euro AUD. So apparently on the weekly time frame, I see Euro AUD respecting a trend line channel. As you can see here, right here, it started all the way here. It was a support, and market breakthrough, and then came back below, went back above, and then came back here again, and then went back up. This is a perfect trend line channel that was being respected. But what is very, very important and key for me was the counter trend line here. All right, the counter trend line here. So for the counter trend line here, I saw that price up actually, okay, good. So for the counter trend line here, I saw that price actually broke above it. So if price broke above this counter trend line, it only depicts one thing, that price is willing and ready to continue to push above, right? If it is not if it is not willing to push above, it would most likely not destroy that counter trend line. It will respect it, right? Just like it respected it here, it respected it here, it respected it here around this area as well. Can you see that? Let me zoom in so you see, right? So price respected it here, here, and as well here. So if it breaks above it, it only depicts one thing, that it is ready to continue to go bullish. All right. So what do I do? So I was expecting a good retracement and prices going back above. Again, I'm going to use my Fibonacci retracement tool to find the depth of retracement. All right, by taking my fib level, my fib from this point where the bullish movement started to the point where the bullish movement ended. And as well, you can see that price retraced back into at least the 75% retracement. That was way too much, right? That was actually way too much. But actually, yes, it did. But ideally, we would say that, look, if prices break above this counter trend line, it should come back into this trend line. So ideally, if we're not using the Fibonacci retracement tool, we would have been expecting that, look, prices will at least come into this area here, right, before going back up. And that's exactly what happened, except that sometimes news can happen and prices can, become funny. So that's on the weekly time frame. So that was what boosted my mind, and I was looking out for a buy opportunity. Now let's scale back to the daily time frame. Okay, please don't get tired. Please don't get tired. Right, I will be very brief, but this is very important, so you know what we're doing, that we're not just taking trades blindly. No. All right, so first and foremost, all right, I see prices retraced back here and began to go back up. But what is very important on the daily time frame that I found was the fact that, look, earlier there was a bullish confirmation here. As you can see here, there was a bullish confirmation and prices began to rake up, and then it retraced back again and began to go back up. Now, what is also very important for us to note is the fact that this particular area here is a strong demand zone. So let's watch it on a 4-hourly time frame so you can see it better and clearly. Right, this particular area here, you can see, is a strong demand zone, because after prices broke above this level, several times it consolidated in the whole of this area here. All right, prices were consolidating this whole area here, okay? This whole area, we see prices consolidating, but consolidating, and then it wasn't breaking below this particular axis, right? So that tells us one thing, that there is a strong demand zone around that level. And that's why I actually put my support line here, right? So not only that, I also find on the 4-hourly time frame that, look, there could be a trend line in this regard, all right, where prices respected here and then is again respecting this zone. And of course, that was the reason why I actually took the buy position, all right? So if this were to be a support by my trend line and also a demand zone around this level, and then I've also seen that, look, on the higher time frame, prices actually broke above the trend line, retraced back, and is going back up. That's more than enough for me to know that, okay, look, Euro AUD is going to actually fly. All right. So what I did was, after I got my 4-hourly confirmation, yesterday I gave the first trade, and then it invalidated that buy confirmation, and then drew back. So I think we took the buy position somewhere around here. We took the buy position somewhere on this candle, right? And then it began to retrace, but it did not get to the stop loss that I gave, all right? And then what happened? I got another confirmation late night, but I did not take the trade because the spread was crazy. During the Asian session, when the market is just opening, the spread usually are kind of crazy. So I did not take the trade that time up until this morning. All right. As I woke up this morning and I saw it, I said, oh, it hasn't really gone far. That was when I dropped the signal for you and also for myself. All right. So this was where we took the trade. All right. On this candle here. All right. That's where you see there is this analysis. Can you see that? There is this analysis inside the first one. All right. So I took the buy position here and I dropped it for you guys on the Telegram group, that, look, I'm taking a second position on a Euro AUD, because by this candle here already, my buy confirmation I saw late night was still confirmed. Remember, I saw my buy confirmation late night, right? And then it was still confirmed. So I quickly took my buy position here. And apparently, if you look at it closely, from where I took my buy position to where even the market had fallen down to, that's 40 pips. But the market actually made up to 82 pips before falling back to 40 pips. That's so much profit, okay? So congratulations to every one of you that milked the market on Euro AUD as well today. Now, what is the I have shown you why I took those trades on Euro AUD, right? So now the question is, what is next for Euro AUD? So I'm going to quickly show you, all right? So I'm still holding my buy position, okay? I'm still holding some of my buy positions. So for some of you that are saying, oh, okay, well, so what next and all that, I'm holding my buy position. But remember, I told you break even or partial close, which I did. All right. So on the daily time frame, right? On the daily time frame, I'm watching by momentum right now. On the daily time frame, I can find that, look, there is still bullish momentum widely in play, as you can see here. So it was supposed to go above the positive 100 and come back below to show you bullish exhaustion, all right? But in this case, it hasn't gone above the positive 100, all right? But then it's still showing you that, look, I am going all the way up. So in the worst case scenario, I want to see Euro AUD at least coming into this price level here, which is 1.66340. 1.66340. So yes, most likely Euro AUD is going to hit that level before falling back below. That is if it is going to sell. Okay, but if not so, I would be expecting, if it breaks above that level, if it breaks above that level, then I would be expecting Euro AUD to at least target this level here. And guys, that's going to give us so much money, all right? So from this level here, we took the trade to where, in the worst case scenario, I'm telling you, is about 155 pips. And of course, if it gets to hit this level I'm talking about, that's over 690 pips in profit, all right? So this is going to be the fate of Euro AUD in the coming weeks, okay? Now, I've done the two videos why I took Dubai trades on AUDCHF and Euro AUD, and as well, I've shown you the follow-up. But this is just a pro bono, all right? This is just a bonus for you guys, and that is gold. A lot of people are also thinking and contemplating and also asking me, guy, what's the fate in gold? So I'm just going to quickly show you that in 2-3 minutes, okay? So This is my chart and how it looks like on gold. So for those of you who trade gold, okay, so on gold here, it has been respecting this trend line channel as well. All right, remember, for those of you that had been following me keenly for over a year, I kept saying that gold is going to hit 2,576, 74, 76, no, 74, 75 thereabouts. All right, if you remember, 2,575. All right, that's what I have been saying. For those of you who are on the Telegram, you're joining newly, you can scroll back as far back as 6 months or nearly a year. You see all those analyses still on the Telegram. All right, and of course, apparently today, we've seen gold fulfill all that. Okay, why was I saying that, guys? I was saying that simply because gold is respecting this trend line channel, and of course, as always, price is the king, and price will always respect what it is known to respect. All right. So there was sort of like forces of attraction around here because of this trend line channel. Remember, it pushed up from here, got here, back below, and then it pushes back up again. So getting to this point and consolidating and trying to sell, I knew it was only but a trap, that most likely gold is going to come back into this trend line channel, all right, which apparently it had made. That's on the monthly time frame. Now, if we want to scale back on the weekly time frame and as well on the daily time frame, guys, you can see that, look, the momentum, the bullish momentum, is still very strong and widely in play. So yes, I'm not going to be advising you for a sell, neither am I going to be advising you for a buy, but I am of the strong opinion that hopefully next week, before next week will end, I would be probably expecting gold to begin to sell. All right, now that's because it has actually come into the zone here. All right, so I'll be waiting for a sell confirmation on the daily time frame. If it ever happens, fine. If it ever happens around that level, fine, I'm going to take a sell. But if it doesn't happen, or or gold actually sells back to this point, all right, this point here is about 2,531. So if gold falls back to this point, right, after pushing up, let's say it falls back to this point, and then I see buy confirmation, I would also be taking a buy position on gold. All right, so whatever is the case, all right, whatever is the case, because this is actually forming an order block around that level. Can you see that? Let me zoom in so you get to see it. Okay, so on the daily time frame, this is actually a very good order block. All right, and this order block is playing out really well. So most likely we would find gold fall back into that order block, because it's going to be more like an on-field order, right? So it's going to be attracted back into that order block. Right, so that's what I am expecting on gold. All right, so thank you so much, and I hope you made profit. Now, for those of you who are getting to know about EQ Markets Global for the first time, we are a financial and educational brand. So we give financial consultations on how you can diversify your portfolio, or how you can join our experts to make money from the global financial market. And we do all these completely for free. And not only that, we have the academy, which we run for free, where you can be mentored, you can be tutored, and you can also learn all of these things I'm just showing you, and begin to do them just like I am doing them. Like, we've trained a lot of people, right? So it's all completely for free. But all we need you to do is simply to sign up an account with our most preferred broker, which is Equity. All right, so I'll also be leaving the description of Equity, the link to sign up the account in the description of this video, so that you will be able to sign up an account. Okay, so once you get your account signed up using that link, all right, one of the account managers is going to reach you either on WhatsApp or via call, and then we'll put you through getting you verified on the platform. Then, most importantly, getting you funded so that you can start making money with the people who make money with us on our platform. That's very important. And don't forget, the Trade and Win a Plot of Land promo in Abuja is up and running, and a lot of people have indicated interest and are participating already. All right, we have the traders category and we have the partners category, right? So what I would do is that I'm going to be posting these on the Telegram channel. So please do well to join the Telegram channel so you can see it. But if there's enough space on the description below, I'm also going to be posting about that. So you can join the competition. There are 4 units of 300 square meter in a very strategic location in Abuja, which is just 20 minutes drive to the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, and also about 35 minutes drive to the Central Business District in Abuja. So how do you feel, or how do you, what would you say if you're given the opportunity to own a bite of Abuja, all for free? All right, you're just doing what you're doing, what you love doing, but then you still have the opportunity now to have a real estate on ground in the capital city of the most populous nation, Black nation in the world. Guys, I love you all. My name is 𝗦𝗙𝗦𝗔, and trade with us. Trade with us. All right. I want to see you start making profit next week. But until then, bye for now.